Sometimes I despair about recording these videos. A few minutes ago it was rockets, then it was a group of youngsters on electric bikes looking at the camera, and now it's an ice cream van. But I don't mind, because I'm going to be talking about the things that change in retirement, particularly the psychology of retirement. And as ever, I've got my little pocketbook, I've got some notes, and I want to share 4 stages of retirement this afternoon as the sun goes down. Metaphorically, I hope not, but in terms of the portion of our life that is spent growing up, learning about life and having a working career, maybe 2/3 of our life has taken place, and we might look forward to another third. But the psychology of retirement, as I sit in the park this afternoon, is that getting a clear picture of retirement, if you look online, can be quite difficult. I can find thousands of videos about finance, about pension management, about funding of your estate, about legacy planning for those who come after us, in terms of those who will be the inheritors of our estates, of our assets, and also the legacy that we leave emotionally for the members of our family, for our loved ones. But that's not what I'm going to be talking about today. I think there are 4 stages of retirement, and the first one is that period of time, maybe it lasts a year, possibly 2 years, where we step away from our working activity. On a full-time basis, we have been heading to the factory or the office or the college or wherever it is we work and have worked, and all of a sudden that comes to a stop. There might be a Friday retirement party, a lunch with colleagues a few weeks later, but by and large we are cut loose, we are let adrift on the flow of change, on the tide of movement that is going from one static place to this wide open, less defined area called retirement years. And in that, I think we tend to be excited. We see the holidays, we see the travel, we see this thing called freedom, and we look at it and think to ourselves, my goodness, this is fabulous. We get excited, we get animated about the opportunities. Excuse me. We see lots of things that we can do that are fun, and this is simply one of those 4 stages of retirement. It's that process we go through, transitioning from fixed routine, from a process where we are set in a particular timetable, and we make that transition across to free activity, flexible activity, and a point where suddenly no one has control over our diaries in the way that they did before. So that is a different process, and one which you and I can look forward to and see as something which is liberating for us. That is stage 1, and I'm going to call that the relaxation stage. Stage 2, I think, happens probably a couple of years later. The idea of retirement has long since come and gone. We are in that stage of retirement, and we are beginning to struggle, or we've started early on to struggle with things like loss of identity, change of routine, or loss of routine, because there can be great comfort, there can be great security in having a regular daily working routine, because it brings order, it brings structure, it probably brings a weekly or a monthly income. But that working routine has been part of our lives for decades, and now it's been cut. Where do we go? Loss of identity, loss of routine, losing that sense of purpose that we had under the label of work or under the label of employment. Also, I think the 4th one is that sense of losing relationships. We had relationships with the people we worked with, whether they were colleagues, suppliers, the people we engaged with as part of our organization or our company, working alongside others. We might have met up with them monthly or at annual events, or they were part of regular email, phone, video contact in our working environment. Those relationships have gone. It takes effort to maintain any of them more than a few months after you have crossed that retirement threshold. And the fifth one, I think, is possibly losing a sense of power. I've mentioned in a previous video that a lot of our personal identity can be tied up in our job labels or our status, and that I will go to events with other retired folks, and it's not uncommon for somebody to say, oh, I was sales director of this or marketing personage for such and such. Big deal. You finished work 3 years ago. That's not necessarily important to me. But it is to the person who's saying it, because their work was their identity. Their work was a part of who they felt themselves to be on a regular basis because of that work. So we lose these different things. And I think with those 5 points of loss, routine, identity, relationships, sense of purpose, and potentially sense of power, we then move into a different aspect, still within stage 2, where we deal with different elements of retirement. And I think the way that they affect us psychologically can be very significant. And here I'm talking about depression, fear perhaps about whether we can control or manage our circumstances in a way that works for us. And with the depression, certainly, a sense of anxiety, not knowing for sure where we are or really who we are in this new element of life, this new phase of life called retirement. So that then we move into stage 3. And I think stage 3 is about finding purpose, finding activity that is fulfilling or meaningful, and looking for new habits, new connections, new relationships. Sometimes when we step into retirement, the close bonds or the friendships that we had with people who were used to us existing in a fixed role or a certain habit, or we had a certain identity to them, when we step into retirement, that changes, and so does the dynamic of the relationship that we were used to and that they also were used to when we were still working and busy and out there 30, 40, 50 hours a week. Those things can change. And I think in stage 3, we find that new purpose by redefining who we are, looking again much more closely with scrutiny at what it is that makes us happy, and trying to think, if I use perhaps a day of my diary every week for this activity or that activity, will I gain emotional benefit? Will I gain mental and or spiritual nourishment from a new activity that allows me to connect again with who I am, almost to connect at the level that we were at as adolescents when we were thinking about trying to find new forms of activity that we could be happy with and identify in a certain way. I'm sorry about that distraction. Somebody was just on the other side of the camera saying, oh, is this a blog? So for the simple answer, yes, it is. But basically, in stage 3, find new purpose. We are able to overcome the anxiety or the depression or the fear we felt in stage 2 and re-establish a sense of who we are, why we are here, and what it was that we looked forward to retirement before we stepped away from work and into retirement, and reclaim that for ourselves. And it's once we've done that, once we've found out who we are again, that we can move up to the best of the 4 levels, not because numerically it's number 4, but just because it's the one where the highest level of living our lives, I think, can be found. And that is at stage 4, where we get involved in supporting other people. We get involved in serving or giving to other people. It could be that you find a charity that's dear to your heart. It could be that there are community programs and events that you can take part in to be part of that community and to engage in that neighborhood or that section of community where you live or where you have been drawn to in retirement. It could be that you take some of these skill sets and the abilities that you have and you teach those to other people. Now, I'm not thinking about technology, because I find that already in my early 60s I am way behind anybody who grew up with a computer. I didn't grow up with a computer. They didn't appear in my life till I was in my late 30s, very early 40s. So I feel like I'm behind the curve. This week, for example, I'm taking part in a 3-day AI conference, not as a contributor, but as a keen student, because I think that that's something that can potentially help me with this business, with the other YouTube channels, and with our property business in different ways. But I'm doing something to boost my learning skills. At the same time, I am working with, and you can find things for yourself where you can give of your ability and of your skill set and of your life wisdom to other people who perhaps certainly don't have that experience, because otherwise they wouldn't be asking for help. But you can share, you can contribute, and you can make yourself useful in a way that is hugely fulfilling. And it's at this highest level, this fourth stage of contribution, I think, where we get back the 5 things that we lost at the second stage. If you remember, I referred to those as, just again with my notes here on a late afternoon, the loss of identity, seeing the disappearance of a sense of purpose, the loss of relationships, the loss of routine that work gave us, whether it was in one career for many years or several short stints in different careers, but for periods of years rather than months, and that sense of power. I think that you can recover those 5 things that were lost in stage 2 by reaching this higher level, stage 4 in the psychology of retirement, because we have found again purpose, function, and meaningful activity through contribution. That's what I wanted to share with you today. It's getting a little bit chilly. We're on the cusp of spring. We're in late April, but it's still, the temperature is still dropping, and it's time for me to pack up and head off. But before today was out, I wanted to take my notes and just share with you the stages that I've been looking at in terms of coming to terms with moving from the routine of work to now being at a point where, in my own situation, I haven't had a structured workplace for quite a long time, and I'm noticing the shifting in the psychology of how I approach retirement. I hope this has been helpful. Please drop me some comments below the video and share with me your perspective, your thoughts, your experience on how you are approaching retirement, how you've stepped into retirement, and strategies that you are finding useful for moving forward in this phase of life called retirement. Thank you.